My God, what was that movie? This is definitely another Wild Robot situation. If you guys like this movie and you're subscribed, you might as well just unsubscribe now, get it over with, and just leave this video, because I've got practically nothing good to say about this film. I think this is the worst film of the year, even worse than Inside Out 2, which you guys know I didn't like. But yeah, just before that, I just want to wish you guys, hope you guys had a good Christmas. Hope your New Year's going well so far. 2024 was not the best year for a lot of people. Kind of a tough year, and I hope 2025 gets a bit better. My hopes aren't the highest for that, but we shall see. And I'll explain where I've been at the end of the video, as I've sort of said. But yeah, no, Sonic 3. What a movie! What a picture! So me and my friend went to see it at the Light Cinema, and I've sort of seen the end credit scene a load of times, because one of the reasons why I haven't been around is because I've started working at a cinema, and I've just seen the end credits and post credit scene, and I was watching them and I thought, you know what? There's barely any dialogue in the post credits, so I couldn't really tell the quality, but I was just like, this seems like it will be at least okay. Or, you know, maybe it's a bit bad, but there's some redeeming qualities. But no, this film, as my mate said, it's so insufferable. It's one of the most like insufferable films ever. Every second of it is so grating and annoying. Side note, guys, cinema etiquette, by the way. Oh my God, it was terrible at my cinema. There was this what we thought was like a teenage girl in front of us, and she was on like Instagram or Snapchat, and we see her, like, this is about 15 minutes into the film, by the way, get out her phone, she takes a picture of the screen, and she starts typing, like, she captions, like, an Instagram story and Snapchat, she does both, and it's a picture of, like, Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, like, all together. She starts typing, like, full brightness as well, like, everyone can see her, so I'm just looking at my friend, like, what are you doing, man? And she puts that on her story, etc., like, to show off, like, oh, we're watching Sonic, and it's just, like, why would you do that when people are trying to watch the film? Like, no wonder why people prefer like the home experience, because like cinema etiquette is just getting so bad. There was actually this kid like rocking back and forth, like creaking like the seat as well. So annoying. Like, and he was doing that for like the last like 20 minutes. And yeah, it turns out that teenage daughter turns out to be literally like a mum with her like husband and daughter, and because she stands up midway through the film to like go to the toilet, and yeah, it's just like, this is crazy, man. It's the parents which are ruining things like this. Like, there's no way my parents would have let me get away with like half the stuff I see at the cinemas, and they're just so dirty nowadays as well. Like, there's just so much like stuff on the floor and, you know, stuff like that, and it's just like, come on guys, what are we teaching our kids to do stuff like this, you know? But anyway, no, Sonic 3 is the third installment of the Sonic franchise. The first one came out just before COVID, I remember, and it was quite a big success. People liked the film after all the bullying that happened about the design and stuff, and then the second one came out and people liked that a bit more, and then I think there's like a Knuckles series or something, and again, I don't know how the hell you managed to squeeze a whole series about that character. But yeah, no, Sonic 3, why is it so bad? It's just lifeless, annoying drivel. Actually, shockingly, like, just like creatively bankrupt and just low energy, especially like, you know, the fight scenes and stuff. There's no punch or like edge to anything. All the characters are just so like surface level. Like many other like animated kids films or just like kids films, they try and juggle so many things. I don't even know why like the James Marsden character's still in it. Like, they're trying to do like the Dave Seville, and it's like, my friend made a good point. This film feels like the first movie. Like, obviously there's things that happen that we don't know about. For the record, this is the only one I've seen, but it's like, it feels like this is the first film. Like, just get rid of James Marsden. Like, what's the point of him being in it? Like, there's supposed to be this emotional moment, like in the, you know, second act where he gets like seriously injured, and maybe I would have cared for him more if I watched the other films. That is on me. I'm putting my hands up there, but just for the most part, it's like why should we care about this character? Like you've spent like no time on this character for this movie, and it's just stupid. And then we've got like, you know, Sonic and stuff, and like Sonic is like for me, I think he was the most annoying character in the whole film, because all he does is give out constant quip after quip after quip. Like everything, it's just like, it's level of like, guys, he's standing right behind me, isn't he? And it's just like, yeah, okay. And it's like, it just never ends. There's like no ending to it, and it's just like, it's just ridiculous. And then Jane from Breaking Bad's in this, and again, it's just another like throwaway character. Like, what was the point of her? Like, nothing, not really. Tails is in this, and he's one of the most, one of the least annoying characters, actually. He's just there, and then Knuckles, like, his character is just, I'm tough. We will make jokes about how I'm tough, but then we will do a Family Guy cutaway to when we watched Casper, and I was not the tough one. It's just like, yeah, whatever, man. And then, yeah, Sonic's character is just, like, gonna make these, obnoxious quips the whole movie, and it's just none of it's funny, none of it's good. And then we have like the crowning achievement of shit in this movie, which is Shadow, played by Keanu Reeves. And that's one of the main issues of the film. The script is just so terrible, so derivative. It's just like, yeah, plan to destroy the world. It's like, yes, we have seen this, we have seen kids film, we have seen this. But yeah, played by Keanu Reeves, who is just so incredibly awful in this movie. He's never really been a great actor anyway, if you actually think about his filmography, but just the way he delivers these already shit lines, I do give him that, but already like terrible lines, just in such a robotic, like lifeless way. And there's just so much exposition in this film, and it's like, my God, man, why are people thinking this is so good? Like, I was like, I'll give Sonic 3 the benefit of the doubt. So many people have said, oh yeah, this one's actually pretty good. Like Shea Frillis, I watched this whole review, and no hate to Shea Frillis. I think, when he analyzes movies, especially ones he's like passionate about, he can really like give out good opinions and bring something new to the table, which there's points where I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't think of that, or I didn't like realize like it was this way and like why it was that good. But he rated this an 8 out of 10. Like an 8 out of 10, you're saying this is a great movie. Like films I've rated 8 out of 10 is like the first Shrek and like Ratatouille and stuff like that, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Like these are like great animated films, and I just feel sorry for kids, man, because like I just grew up, and like I'm sure many of you guys watching this grew up at like sort of like the golden age of like the CGI like animated movies. And like, of course, there was always some duds in there, like Alvin and the Chipmunks films and stuff. But we had so many good films coming out constantly, and it's just like this year, 2024, has been absolutely dire. And it was like we had the choice between this and Mufasa, and now Mufasa could genuinely be better than this. And I hate the live-action remake films, which I think I might make a video on. I think my least, maybe not the worst, but my least favourite is The Jungle Book, maybe, but I'll get into that. But yeah, no, back to Sonic. I think Dr. Robotnik, Jim Carrey, he is also so annoying, and there's two of him, and it's like every single scene is just so unfunny. Like that laser scene, like who's laughing at that, guys? Come on, man. It's just so like outdated, like just bot humour. No one was laughing at our cinema. I think that was the other issue why the kids' etiquette was so bad. It was half like, the parents not being good enough, but it was also the fact that just the film was just had nothing. Like I remember laughing as a kid when there was like there was a good funny movie. I laughed at stuff like, I guess, like Megamind and stuff like that when I watched, I guess, like Up. There's funny moments in movies like that, but this is just devoid of anything. And I think Jim Carrey is just like, he's had such a downward spiral of like his career, because like this is the only ones he's making like sort of for money, as he admitted. But I hope we don't see him in the fourth one, because like, man, I can't deal with him. He was like so good in like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, The Truman Show, like mid-budget like alternative films which actually had something new to bring to the table. And people liked him in The Mask, Dumb and Dumber. He had an actual like good career. But it's like, this is like, he clearly doesn't want to challenge himself anymore, and it's like the comedies that he would have been in are just not of market anymore. Like they're just like too outdated to bring into a modern like thing. So he's just stuck to these baby movies, and they just suck. Like genuinely. And like I think the icing on the cake, like especially with like Shadow and stuff, is like for a film which is so like derivative, so like childish, like so weak in every aspect, to try and add a story about a kid who literally gets like killed because of Shadow is just like, it's just ridiculous. Like why on earth would they add something like that? Well, like, you know, Shadow feels bad that he was the reason that she got killed, but like, it's almost just like shocking. Like, why would you add that to Sonic 3? It's really ridiculous. Like, really ridiculous that someone thought, yeah, that's good. We're gonna just shove that into like a film which is so like childish and silly, like for the whole other runtime. And it's like something like The Incredibles. I know someone might say, well, The Incredibles had someone, you know, trying to off themselves, like, you know, jumping off the building, and Mr. Incredible saves him, and he claims, I didn't want to be saved. But it's like, that film treats the audience so much more maturely. It's got a way better balance of like humor and like more serious points. It's leagues and bounds better than this film. And again, I think that's another thing. I'd probably rate Incredibles 1 like an 8 or 9 out of 10. Like, it is a brilliant animated film. And it's like, you know, someone like Schaefer Ellis is trying to say that is like near the same quality, or like, you know, I know he absolutely loves The Incredibles, but rating it 8 out of 10 is like, you know, this film ain't far behind. And it's like, no, this film is absolutely terrible. Like, you guys know how much I hate Inside Out 2, but that was like definitely worse. So yeah, don't watch that film. Try and watch, I guess, like Memoir of a Snail. I've heard it's an amazing film. It's not out in the UK yet, but it's like a stop motion film, and it's getting really good reviews. So just wait out for that. Again, I respect Schaefer Ellis because he made a video recently saying like, sort of like, yeah guys, we can stop relying on the mainstream movies because they're just not getting it right. Like try and look at other films. And that was one of my favorite videos of his, and that was like very recently. So yeah, what I'd say to you guys is just look out for other films. Again, I really recommend Robot Dreams if you guys haven't seen it yet. It was a 2D animated film from 2023. Amazing movie. So people can still make good animated films. They are still out there, but a lot, you know, the mainstream are just making horrible movies. And this was, again, a disgusting, derivative, awful film. So yeah, anyway guys, I've just been busy with work and uni assignments. I'm sort of working on them through the Christmas period so I can have more time off like later on in the year. But yeah, no, other than that, I want to do a ranking of like maybe Nickelodeon films. I want to do a ranking of the live action Disney films, and I want to talk about a lot of the animated films I've seen like last year. And yeah, that's about it, guys. If you guys have any comments or questions you want to ask me, you guys may hate me after this one, but you know, I'll always be honest with my opinion. But yeah, no, thanks for watching, guys, and have a good one.
It's junk, first class junk.